Hello, Samara. How are you? Hi. Nice and old. Are you feeling old? I hope so. Especially this time of year, this month of the year, people just get tired all of a sudden. It seems like the energy that we had is slowly. It's like we are on saving mode of energy. I shouldn't be 21 years old and with back pains. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't, but yeah, the body speaks. Definitely. If you, I don't know if you made some extra effort with your back and you didn't notice, did you hurt yourself? Knee issues. I have a like today I woke up with, I have a like, but I was thinking that it's just me being old also. But I'm like my ankle is hurting, like my left, not like my right ankle. So I was like, oh my god, I was a bit like limping when I got up this morning. Yeah, maybe it's maybe in your job you do have to lift a lot of weight, or you do have to move to make a lot of sudden moves. Um, this Palo Santo is so like humid because it I have to light it up every second. Like the Palo Santo feels tired as well. It feels exhausted. It's like I don't want to do this. Let me be. Do not burn me again. I don't want to go to work. Oh, I know. I know the feeling. Whoever said we Capricorn love to work, I don't know. I don't know. I think that we are not like that. We love the paycheck, but we don't love to work. I mean, it depends. I guess if you have other kinds of jobs that is not so demanding, especially when you're in customer service. Oh my God, the patience you have to do. So are you going to work today? Like, do you have to go like in the next hours? Because how many hours are we? Like 1 hour apart from each other? I believe for you it would be like 1 p.m. Oh, in an hour and a half. Yeah, I remember when I used to work at retail that I would have to do the night shift. And yeah, I would enter, yeah, around 2 or sometimes 4 till sometimes till 10 or 11. It depends. Oh, it's 12 o'clock right now. Okay. So we have 2 hours of difference. But the hours before you have to like get ready to go to work, especially like this hour that is like uh, at 1 a.m., 1 p.m. or 2. Oh, it makes you review your whole existence. Like it makes you feel so depressed. It's like you just want to be like, okay, I'm going to have lunch or whatever, and I'm going to just go to work, because if I have to sit and wait 1 more hour, I don't want to go. Like it's so depressing. That's why I would always prefer to work a morning shift, because the morning is like, okay, you get up, like of course very early in the morning, but it doesn't matter because you get up, you have your breakfast, and you go. And then you just happen to be there and working. And then when you get out, you still have a bit of the rest of the day to enjoy. I don't know, maybe take a nap at 7 p.m. I don't know. But yeah, it's so confusing. Like, I mean, I would do it all over again, like honestly, like because I used to work for so many years. I work at retail but part-time, so it wasn't that bad. The only bad thing is that we had to work like of course holidays, and we had to work and weekends, and I would have my uh, the free days, my free days would be during the week. That was the deal, but it was pretty good. Like it was. Oh yeah, because of the life savings. Oh, I knew something has changed because I was like, didn't we have 1 hour of difference? Oh, morning shifts on the weekends are so why. You had a request, Samara. I remember the last time on the last live stream. Um, mm, remember you were like, oh, I have a request, or you have some request for, but you didn't tell me what it was. I would have to turn on the AC because it's getting hot in here. Sorry, guys. This is where we Latin American people, we suffer, especially because I know that Christmas for you and everything, it means that you are old in winter. Some of you, like the most of you, but for me, here in the south part of the planet is hot. It's so annoying already, and we are just in December. Like I don't want to imagine myself in January or February. Actually, we did had some cuts, sudden cuts, and some programs like cuts in electricity. So we were without electricity for entire day, and it was so hot. Like, and then the other day we did have like the power on, but I don't know what was happening. That all the things like for example um the the electronics would start to work funny, and the lights were very low, like they were about to explode, like the frequency was low. Oh my god, like so annoying. Mars signs. I'm freezing at home. Like for comments. I was thinking you could use your reversible card mark cards for people in the comments. Yeah, maybe I can do like a special day for that. Like for example, dedicate a live stream for that. Um. Like a random relay. Yeah, you're the only one talking. I was going to say this. Like, supposedly we have 7 people in here, but you're the only one talking. Like, I was like, I only see your name. And now I see Charlina. Now I see Charlina. Now I see her. Oh my, wait, guys, I have to turn off this. Hello, Mina, welcome. They're 10 now. I usually don't talk that much. Yeah, that's okay, Catalina, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I often use this moment to sort of like to talk to you and warm up a bit before I start pulling the cards, because it's no fun if I just pull cards and that's it. But yeah, we can talk something about like what's going on with the award season already happening. And I'm just finding out because I opened TikTok and I saw TikToks and I saw small clips of idols being there and having performances already, and me not being aware of that. Like, what's going on with it? Am I the only one? Am I the only one that is? I know people are busy. I know we all have our lives. We all have like responsibilities, and of course that it's not that we are going to be like, I don't know, a lot of us, we cannot be just glued to the screen and be like, oh my god, they're going to perform. But I don't know why I remember a few years back that it didn't matter what I was doing or if I had to work but I would always be pendant on these events, like the end of the year award seasons. So what's going on? Like I asked for myself, and maybe I want to know if the same happened to you guys, if you felt it. Like today I opened and I realized that there was this other award show that happened today, that it was the MMA. And then yesterday I saw another flyer that it was for the AAA, the Asian Artist Awards. That's I believe it's going to be on December 14. But then in there, I wasn't that thrilled with the people in the list. I was like, oh, I think that from all of these, I would probably would be interested in watching one person or one group, because there were actors also that were going to appear. The MMA. The shows used to be so much better. Yeah, and there's something about the MMA that at first I was so confused. I was like, why are they like performing in this very tiny space? Like you have the artist section where everyone is seated, and then you had a sort of a stage podium where some of them would perform first in there, and then eventually I did see all their performances, and they were happening in a bigger stage. But at first I was a bit like, I was a bit confused and a bit fearful. I was like, how come they are in this reduced part of the show, part of this place, like as if we were in 2020 still, as if we were in pandemic still. Like it felt so crowded. And there weren't many artists, but it felt like everything was packed in one side of the scenario. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe I just felt claustrophobic all of a sudden watching this. I was like, why are they dancing in there? And when they would go to receive their awards, they would just walk a few steps from where they were seated, and they were already there. So I don't know why. I remember that back then, before the pandemic, the whole artist walking to get the award was a long road. And now it gets, I don't know, maybe it's the budget. I don't know. I watched it for ITZY, but not live. Yeah, me too. I watched ITZY one. Everyone forgot about Mama. I watched Mama but fell asleep. Yeah. The camera work is horrendous. Yeah. Like, how come for some idols it feels like they turn off the lights for them on purpose? Or they put those blue lights that you're like, I'm not seeing, like, even if the guys are wearing white, I'm not seeing what's going on. Guys, I have to move this here because you're supposed to see my kitty in here in music. Or maybe it's too. There. Yeah, it used to be better. Absolutely horrendous. They get off out. They zoom out on the most important part. Oh, I was like, this is not happening. I swear I was like, this, I'm sorry. I was like, this is not happening. I think I witnessed, maybe if you guys watch 80s, you can confirm if this was what I think I saw. Remember in Bouncy, we have, in the middle of the song, we have Sam's part, where he does the part where he lowers his body. He's in the center doing that move. And nobody does it like him. Like, and Juno is my bias, and he has also the center in the same part of the song. But I'm always waiting for Sam. And when it was Sam's part to be doing that dance, and to be in the middle. They didn't show that. They showed a piece of the scenario and a part of the crowd and the camera crew. So I was like, oh, I swear, I was like, it just spoiled the whole moment for me. Even they went, like, the camera went back to Sun eventually, but the moment was gone. So I swear I gasped. I was when that happened. Like, I was like, you did not. I was like, you did not skip that essential key part of the performance. Like, I don't know. I felt it was personal. Like, I felt so betrayed at the moment. Like, thank you, Mina. They zoom out on the most important parts. Oh. I was mad that ITZY decided to pre-release the title back because Mama was a demon. Yeah, I was like, when they started like performing the song, I was like, okay, I'm like, I consider myself an ITZY, but you know, I was like, okay, maybe I did miss something. Maybe I'm not that familiar with all the songs. Maybe this is a B-side. I don't know. I was listening to the song. I was like, oh, yeah. And then when I saw the MV that it was released December 1st, and I was like, I didn't hear this song before. I didn't understand a thing. Did they mention that they were going to do this, or it was a sort of surprise? Because I felt like felt like such a fool. I'm like, it's the same song, Vanessa. Like, how can you not tell that it's the same song that they perform at the Mamas? But I was like, why would they perform a song that they like? I was impatiently waiting for December 1st to hear the song, but it turns out that I heard it before. So I don't know. At this point of the year, I feel like my mind is not that well, you know, that well. So I was like, maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm skipping a few details. Hello, Marushka. Hello. Like, they only had one job. Yeah. Like, everyone knew they were gonna do this. Oh, okay. So yeah. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to ITZY, to the people that are watching this that are fans of ITs. I apologize because I'm not a good ITZY. I didn't know about this. I was so surprised. No, they mention it everywhere in spoiler. Oh my. But it's basically for the end of the year promotion. Okay. Kaninoni, I'm not going to read for these two, and because Kai is in the military, so I don't read for people that are in the military. Let them rest. Look like it's a good thing I have missed whole Mama performances this year. Actually, you know, and I was like, I was telling everyone here, Marushka, that today I opened TikTok and I saw small clips that this award ceremony also happened, the MMA. And I was like, oh my God, this happened like 2 hours ago. And like, oh my. And I'm not complaining or to TikTok. Actually, I think that TikTok helped me to, somehow get updated on what's going on. But I believe that probably in a few years back, I was very much like ready for this whole award season. I was like, oh yeah, they're going to perform. What are they going to perform? I'm wondering if there's going to be a collaboration, if there's going to be something amazing. And I had so much expectations, and I don't know. Now I'm like, oh yeah, that was great. Like, and honestly, I know I'm going to sound like an SM stan, um, which probably I am, because considering, I don't use Spotify, but I do have the end of the year roundup of YouTube Music. And in first place, I have NCT 127. I have The Voice. I have Wavy, and I have EXO. So definitely, if it wasn't for The Voice being in there, I would be an SM stan. But removing this comment, I loved Rise. I loved how the guys performed. I love their energy. I think that they did what they can with them being rookies, or them just being themselves, having a missing that is not a missing, a member that is not there, no backup dancers, just them. And I think that they did great. Shotaro, definitely, like Shotaro was amazing, like definitely. Shotaro, I want to see Shotaro dance all the time. Like I know everyone has to have their moments, but I want more dance breaks with Shotaro. Please, please. I used to fall asleep and then woke up for the most important hours. Do you have any good TikTok videos to sum up whole Mama this year? Rise are such a good performance. Yeah, Shotaro out here leading them to victory. Oh yeah. Yeah, Samara, yeah. Like, I don't want to sound like I have favoritism, but I think that, they started, and they're still, struggling. They are still, sort of navigating everything, but they showed up. They did their best. They gave a good performance. They gave a good impression. And I cannot believe that. I believe a year from now, on last December, we weren't talking about Shotaro and Sunchan because they were part of NCT, and somehow I believe they were like in that group, but we didn't know much about what's going on with them. And now we're talking about these two having their own group, having their own debut, proper debut, with a new group, with a new style, with a new branding, I would say. And even though there's so much hate and comments, I believe they did it very well. And I'm rooting for them. I'm like, yeah, like I don't care if people, don't like this and that. And for me, it's a whole victory to see them going through not being able to see their full potential in NCT, like they were in there, but they were one of the many, to being left out, to being like, okay, the guys are no longer part of NCT, and you were like, what? You cannot take them. Like, why? What's going on? We with our distrust, with our trust issues with SM, of course. But yeah, then hearing that they're going to be part of a new group, and we were like, okay. And they were like, okay, this is the group, and we were like, okay. So, and now we are talking that they did a good performance. So the advance is in there. We had grown. Hola. Hi. Will NCT 127 have world tour of those concerts in Seoul worried before they start enlisting? I don't know. I believe from Taeyong's energy, there's something about him just probably having to enlist very soon, unless he can like sort of request for a way to delay his enlistment. And yeah, once he's gone, is him after the other after because it's him, it's Tail, then it's Doyoung, then it's like yeah, I don't know, I don't think so. I think they have great potential. I was so upset with leaving, but I'm more upset with new NCT members joining NCT. Yeah, that was awkward as well. Like poor guys, because it's not about them, but it's like you got this out to put these new ones. So it's like it's sort of like manipulation. It's a lot of emotional manipulation because it's like you took these guys to put these others, and it's like it's not about the guys. I'm sure the guys have it, like, but it's like and then after them saying that they weren't going to add more NCT groups, so it would make sense that they would be like, okay, like we are removing Suntaro, we are removing these two, we are closing the unit, and we are like debuting Rise, and we will be like, okay, we get it. NCT is the ones that remain over there, and Rise on the other side. But then no, there's another one. So I don't know. Like it was so confusing. It was so confusing. Like I don't know what they wanted. Like and I think that this is such a shame because it affects the new members because they actually are very talented, but it's like they enter the situation when everything was so like people are so upset. It's like was I the only one who wasn't upset? No, let him go to the military. Let them enlist. Yeah, sure. Like yeah, yeah. Like I mean, they have worked a lot this year. So when I saw that in this sort of wrap up that I had of YouTube playlist, I was like, it makes sense that NCT 127 is in there or NCT because NCT had a lot of comebacks, just like the boys. That's why the boys are in there. But the boys didn't get invited to these awards, and they had like a lot of comebacks this year. They had what was it? Lip gloss. They had uh, what was it? The one that when Eric came back. Um, I don't remember the one that they look like vampires. NCT adding new members is so confusing. Yeah, SM messed up with their tours those last 2 years. Like every group had a world tour, but not NCT 127. Oh, and they added children. I don't support groups with minors, and now it puts me on a weird position. Yeah, and hypen. No, no, the voice. What was it? This song that they released. This No, Samara, no, don't make me picture. Don't make me picture it. And I did picture it. I was really waiting to see the boys there. Oh, please, someone help me remember the comeback. We had Lip Gloss, we have Whisper, but Whisper, I believe that it was from last year, for 2022. But we had this, I want to say Poison, but it's not Poison. Yeah, Passion Fruit, it was another one. But then there's the darker concept one, the first one. How can I remember that song? Where they were like these angels and demons concept. Not. I don't know why I want to say um, like vampires, but no. I believe Diobi told me that it's like roars. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mariuszka. I was struggling. I was like, yeah, I want to talk about the boys, and I don't remember that song. Like they did a lot this year. But yeah, it like I don't want to sound like those people that they're like, oh, something is missing because in third gen everything was different. No, I believe that um, there will always be new. Like I'm sure that when the third generation was happening, there were a lot of people complaining and be like, no, the first and the second generation were better. So that's why I'm like I don't think that is about that, but I think that also it's the toxicity of the fans, and also a pandemic happened, so the idols feel more pressured, more seen, because people are chronically online. No error. But like they cannot be those poor people, they cannot be. Now, the current music being made right now and mass produced lyrics minors. Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah, the sound also, the sound, the quality of, yeah. There's some songs that you're like, and also TikTok, the TikTok challenges. Like, honestly, like idols doing these TikTok challenges with other idols. I know that there's idols that have history, that they are real friends, but then there are others that you're like, it definitely shows that you were told that you had to do this to promote each other. So it lacks authenticity. And also, and we've seen it with the challenges from this street woman fighter. Like people, instead of people having fun with seeing um, challenges, just being like an idol, be like, okay, I want to do a challenge of this song. I want to do a TikTok with this song. I want to dance to this song. Fans got very crazy, got very competitive, got very disrespectful, and started campaigning their favorites with others. So Now it's like a competition. Now it's like, oh, let's rank the best dancers, like the best at this challenge. That honestly, that smoke challenge, and I did say this, like that smoke challenge is so annoying. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I cannot stand the song. Like, I'm not a dancer. Honestly, I don't know nothing about dancing, but I didn't like the choreography. I didn't think like it was like, wow, please dance again, dance it again, please, please. I want to see it again. Um, that, for example, with when this happened with this Siko song, that it was with a street man fighter, that there was this Siko song that they did the challenge as well. That was sort of more, yeah, it wasn't that, but with this smoke challenge, I was like, really, like this is popular. Wow, like, yeah, like if it's up to me, guys, I don't want to see the challenge again. Every time I see someone dancing it, I was like, exit, 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 remove, 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 block. But also it's because it's the bittersweet feeling of, like, the poor guys cannot even be authentic to be like, yeah, I want to dance to this song. Like, I sort of know the choreography, but I want to add my own style, or I want to do it my way because it's my TikTok. It's not an assignment. It's not for you guys' approval or for you guys to vote for me or to enter a sort of contest. It's like, I'm already an idol. Like, I don't have to go through a contest. Why are you doing this? And it takes away the fun, the fun of all of it. And also, like, it also, again, once again, you restrict the artist. You make them regret to do it. You make them regret that they did it. So in the future, just like they stop doing a lot of things because of criticism, this is one of the things that in the future they will be afraid to do or try. So, and then you wonder why, oh, I want to see more interactions. I want to see them more hanging out, like be more spontaneous around other idols. Mm. It feels like nowadays it's more visually focused instead of skills. Mm. No, I didn't see any season greetings yet. TikTok ruined music. I'm over the TikTok challenges. It's so boring most of the time. Smoke challenge was crazy. People bashed idols left, right for it. They just like hyping up. Oh, yeah, like. I only watched Mingy and San smoke challenge on repeat. Yeah, Sans was great. Yeah, Sans always, of course. They really push people from a street woman fighter. Yeah, a little bit too much. I think. Like, from these uh, programs, the only thing that I can be like, okay, this is cool, is that, okay, you're getting to know the artist or the choreographer or the dancer, and you're like, oh, in future works of you, I'm going to be supportive of you, because if I see your face, I'm going to know who you are, and I'm going to appreciate more the work of the dancers, But at the same time, I don't know, people just get very fanatic all of a sudden, and I don't know. I don't know. I think that yeah, when it gets popular and everyone starts doing it, I think that the most annoying thing, and that this is like happening with everything that is related to a K-pop group or artist, is that the fans are in the comment section mentioning their favorites or comparing one to another. Oh, because my bias did it better. Like, who asked you? Like, let the fans watch their favorite content. What are you doing in the comment section? Like, why are you here? Like, if you love your bias so much, go and consume things of your bias and stop comparing. Stop comparing because it's so lame. It's like every time you hear, like, I see people sometimes trying to be very polite when they make TikToks about K-pop and Korean culture in general, sometimes having to apologize and having to be like, yeah, when I was saying this, I wasn't talking directly about this group. I wasn't mentioning your favorites, but you came in the comment section and accused me that I said this and this and this when I wasn't talking about that specific person. But just like the fans are awful, awful, awful. It's like, I don't know. There should be like restrictions. I don't know. I remember that maybe because when I was very young, the internet just started to appear, and the internet was only used to promote something, but to put like a contact information, but you didn't have like the comment section. So when I was young, I remember being part of a fan club. But if I was a part of a fan club of a certain group, I was secure that in that fan club, only people that were interested in the group, we were all gathering there. No haters, no someone that was against it, because they had their fan club on the other side. So there was something about the exclusivity of you being able to talk about what you like or what you prefer and who is your favorite, and you've been able to do it freely without having some random like person just be like, oh, because our group is better than yours. And it's like, who invited you? Like I think that this is what the internet has ruined, is the possibility to be exclusive. It's like, if you join a club or if you join a community, you don't talk about what the others are doing. You talk about your favorite, and that's it. And you have your codes, you have your ethics, you don't mention other people's business. But nowadays, like, anyone with a fake user can infiltrate and accuse you of something. So the only reason I thank a woman Street Fighter is for exposing why idols dance the way they do, especially why it's so stiff, because they going off the lyrics, not the beat. So sad some idols can have normal friendships or relationships. Yeah. It's very sad. Because the idol is a human. They need human contact. You can love them very much and spoil them and support them and just being there in the concerts, in the reunions, being there and show up for them. But at the end, they crave intimacy with another human being of their choice, of their like, you know. But it's impossible. It's impossible when you have sasangs, when you have all these people with their moralities very high, speaking about how you should and shouldn't behave because you are an idol. So it's tough. Tough. They expect them to act like robots And when they act like as if they were robots with zero emotion and just being 100% pleasant and polite, they make fun of them, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on with this person? Like, oh, where is the authenticity? Oh, where is the, where is the? Uh, it looks fake. It looks like they're faking it." Some people forget that it's a job. To be an idol is a job. It's a job, and it has a lot of lessons. It has like a lot of training. They have to train for a lot of years to be able to put on a poker face when they read some very uncomfortable things and be like, hmm. And then, and then they mob them at the airport to get their own Hawaiian moment. also also that, I don't know, people just get crazy on the airport. Like, I don't know, guys, like, what's going on with these people get crazy on the airport? Like, they are like a, a pack of, I don't know how you call it, when it's like, is it like a stampede of when there's like a group of animals and they all run to the same place? Like, it's like a stampede. I don't know how it's said in English. Like, and they don't care. They don't care if the bodyguards push them, or they are just like, and they are like bouncing, like, like they get pushed and then go back again. Oh my God. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess the adrenaline, I guess the adrenaline of the moment, like, you really like feeling, because of how devoted you are. You Do you see this stopping anytime soon? No, no. I feel bad for normal people traveling. Yeah, the normal people are like, when they see the cameras, when they are arriving, they're like, I remember, I don't know what artist came to Argentina. No, not Argentina, but I believe it was in Latin America. And there was these random people that they saw all the fans and everyone freaking out when they saw a group coming, and the person that was walking in front of them, he was a regular traveler, and he enjoyed the moment. He was like, "Oh, hello, hello," he was famous for a second. He acted as if, the cheering and all the fan chant and everything, the excitement was for him. So he had a moment. uh if you ask me, I'm sold. If I see it stopping, no, because if it stops, cricket sound, if it stops, then they are going to be left jobless. Like, it's the two opposites. Is the two, like, ends of the same spectrum. You get the crazy attention, or you don't get no attention at all. So yeah, unfortunately, is that extreme. Like, for them, if no one is cheering for them at the airport, it must be like so traumatizing. Like, why? Wait, did no one came to see us? Aren't we worth it? Of, you know, Stampede is a perfect description. They want to have their quiet moments, but all the idols always look so tired and sleepy, like they are not looking at anyone. Yeah, they're always looking at the ground. I would get like anxious, like socially anxious. I would get, even if I never had it. Probably after experiencing these encounters, I would develop a sort of fear of crowds. Even if it's momentary, even if it's not that serious, it's not like a chronic anxiety, but I believe I would deliver. And you know, this is actually very interesting, and this is why I believe that we people that we had worked on retails or we had worked in customer service, especially in season, especially when it comes to when there's a lot of there's a hot sale, there's a lot of like a huge crowd of people like buying, because I had spent a lot of Christmas and New Year's working in those shopping malls or working on those places. And I swear that I used to work part-time in this. But because it was a specific season, or there was like a sort of like, it was holidays, or, you know, there's a lot of promotions, like hot sales, you know, usually you are being asked to do extra hours. And I swear that even though I had been doing that for almost like a decade, working with people, somehow even recognizing faces and knowing some customers and knowing how to assist them and be like, okay, this is the 23rd of December. Like everyone go crazy. You know that people, you know, come in buying, mass buying. They are not seeing what they're buying. They just carrying things into their, you know, their sort of carry things. But with the music in the background, the lights, the bright lights, the whole day. Children screaming, people losing their children, asking you to help them, asking you for, what's the price of this? Do you have this in another color? Oh, I want this, but I want this in other, and I want to see this. And everyone talking to you at the same time. I think that with time, I had a sort of like, I believe, and not just me, but all my coworkers, even though we were ready and trained for it, there's a moment where you get like social anxiety. You are like sort of allergic to people. You are allergic to people. You see someone coming from the corner of your eye to request something from you, and you freeze. You're like, you get on, I don't know how to say it, but you get on defense mode. It feels like you are like being attacked, and you have anxiety attacks. I've seen a lot of my coworkers from other buildings having anxiety attacks when people get very much in your space, in your personal space. They are talking to you, they are screaming, they are demanding things. It's like, and you also cannot stop talking because you have to deliver information, you have to deliver guidance. So it's like, okay, okay, I assist you with this, I help you with this, okay, are we done? Okay, bye, next. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting, guys, because people do not even wait for you to be finished with one client, that they are already talking to you and they're calling you like this. And you're like, wait a minute, I am just one person. Like, I'm not done. And I cannot even tell you, like, the times we would want to go to the bathroom or to the toilet, we would want to go and pee. And we just couldn't get downstairs because people would come at us asking for any kind of, like, they would see you and they would recognize that you work in there. And they're like, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? How much is this? Where is this? Where? And that's why, I don't know, guys, you have to Sometimes I know there's people in customer service that are not that good at helping. I know it. But even when you are the best, people still will treat you bad. And they will get upset at you for any reason. Because people, when they are buying, especially compulsively buying, they are in a rush. I don't know, like I always say, like, okay, you had a whole month to do the Christmas, like, the presents that you wanted to buy. You waited until the late hours of the 23rd to come and buy, and you expect the salon, you expect like the floor of the, of the place to be empty just for you. You also expect no one to be at the line to pay. Just you. We open just for you. So people are crazy, guys. This is why when I see, going back to the idol and the airport situation, even though you're like, okay, because from my perspective, being in the sales position, when I see clients coming and when I see them surrounding me like crazy people, I'm supposed to be thankful that I have customers. Because it's better to have a lot of people than no one entering the store. Because then I will get fired, because where are the sales? So you have to be polite, you have to be willing to help, you have to sort of know multitasking, you have to be ready to hear different, different requests. Like, yeah, he asked me for this, then he asked me for this. Okay, I got this. I got the request of 4 people. Okay, I'm going to go and get them for them. So for the idol, it's the same. Like, they have this sort of mixed emotions about, like, okay, there's a lot of people here to see me, and they definitely want to get close to me because they say that they love me, that they admire me. But why do I feel so afraid? Why do I feel like I cannot breathe? Being in a rush is not an excuse to be. Wait, what was the topic? Yeah, I was talking about me working like on Christmas time with people and just feeling anxious. Wait. Yeah, I was talking about sales. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I was ranting about my whole experience. Customer service. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys the list that I have here of the people that I'm going to be reading for today. I have the group VIXX, that they had a comeback, and I know that user 15, she asked for me last week, and I forgot about them. I didn't read. So I'm going to be pulling cards for them. For ITZY Yuna, I know that she is a Sagittarius, but I don't think I'm going to get to read for her, so I'm going to be pulling cards for her. Also, another Sagittarius that was mentioned, it's Kepler Mashiro. Then I'm going to see if I can pull some cards for Onew to see how he's doing. And then I'm going to do a friendship reading between P1 Harmony Keeho again and Kevin of the Boys. What group? VIXX. Hello, no name. I don't know if I said hello. I think I said, but I'm saying hello again. Yeah, Keeho and Kevin of the Boys. Remember that. Hola, recién llego. Okay. Remember that these two are popular because I read for Kevin and Mark, but Keeho also was mentioned. So yeah. Is Keeho Canadian as well, or why? You know, because he keeps collecting these Canadian idols. So, la Canadian line. And then there was this user. I believe her user is a Stray Kids Pink. She the other day she left me a recommendation for sort of a dynamic that she was like, she would want to know, you know, that I had this series of how do they flirt. Well, she was more like, if I could pull cards to see how other idols are viewed, how idols are viewed by other idols when it comes to reputation. How are they being seen? So yeah, we can pull some cards for some. So maybe if you can drop some names, I can. Oh my. No. The magician. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait. Wait. Sorry, guys. I'm sure that it hurts your ears to hear because this mic is awful. It's so sensitive. When I record with this, I don't like the sound of it. It sounds awful in the videos, but I have to use it. I have to use it. I bought it, so I have to use it. But I hate it. Speaking of Mark, NC3 Dream were one record of the year. Yeah, I saw. I was so happy. Like I saw it. I wanted to see NCT 127 in there in some award ceremony, but I understand that, you know, the guys have been touring, like they have done a lot. They actually need like a sort of vacation. But at the same time, like from what I was able to, I guess the groups that are being invited are more fourth generation, you know, from what I've seen. And I know that maybe NCT 127, I don't know what generation is NCT 127. Yeah, yeah. I swear I was a bit worried when I saw him crying. Like, I don't know why. Maybe I am sensitive, but I'm like, why is he crying like that? Like, is he okay? Like, really? Like, it's not that I don't expect him to get emotional, but I always think like, is there something else? Like, why is he crying like this? Like, it makes me feel like I'm worried, you know? I don't want to see him cry like that, poor guy. I know it's emotional, like maybe he's happy, but I was a bit concerned. I was like, why is he crying? Why doesn't he stop crying? Like, what's going on? Like, my God. Yeah, this is the very, very first sign. Yeah, because I believe that there were some ceremonies where he wasn't in there, right? He wasn't with the group. But also, I don't know. I didn't like the scenario. I think that maybe it should have been, and also the groups, like the attending groups, they were very few. Like, am I the only one that I feel like there wasn't? I don't know. I know that Mama probably is the most not popular, but it probably has much more space, and you know, and. But I remember seeing more idols attending, like even like this, the way the artist plays where they were seated, it looked like I was like able to count whose group was, and it was like 5 or 4, maybe no, maybe 6 groups in total. When back then, like, I don't know why I get the vibe that they were treating this as if we were still in pandemic. Like, what's going on? Ah, like SM did a big rejection of award shows and stuff. Ah, so it's still the group's career. Ah, okay, I get it. Due to injuries and young age. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for VIXX. A lot of fours for VIXX. We start with the Four of Swords, Page of Wands, 4 of Wands in reverse, 2 of Pentacles, and the World. Yeah, there's a bit of, I don't know, I think that the guys are, they really reconnected with the passion of being together again. Like sort of connecting with the younger self a bit. Because with the Four of Swords, it's like they come from a long hiatus, you know, they come from, actually they rested well, like in the sense that from the group, like I know that probably individually they are busy, but there's something, okay, like let's do this again. But with the Four of Wands in the middle, there's something about like, yeah, like this was fun, but yeah, like there's something that is sort of interrupting the joy of what they're doing. it's like it's not that they don't enjoy it, because it's the four of ones nevertheless. So I think that the passion is there, the passion for the craft, the passion for the fans, but there's something about them probably having like initially been very excited and then being like, oh yeah, this was great. I feel that they do this because they are more excited to actually meet people, or meet people like other artists and get together and celebrate, or meet fans and just like have fun, like going out for drinks with a friend, something like this. It's more about them becoming more social together than like, wow, this was fun, or wow, like I love my career, or I love, yeah. Yeah, because there's something about them wanting to close the cycle. You know, here with the Two of Pentacles, is like, yeah, we don't know where we're heading. We were just testing the waters. You know, let's see how this goes, and then we'll see in the future if we continue doing this. Because then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Not the Wheel of Fortune, I'm sorry, the Wall card. So it's something like, yeah, I'm enjoying this. Yeah, this was fun. But I don't know, maybe like it was a way of like, let's reconnect with our younger self, with our passion, to show everyone how passionate we are. But then there's a lot of uncertainty in the group. Like, yeah, I don't know if we will do this again. Does anyone know the status of this group? Like how many members they are? If there's some members gone, because I don't remember much about VIXX. I don't know much about VIXX, but there's this feeling of like, okay, let's enjoy this while we can. But yeah, like, yeah, maybe it's like when you have a reunion with an old friend and you're like, yeah, it was great to see you. Yeah, we should do this again. But then you never talk again. So yeah. Yeah, I think that probably they are focused more about, you know, because they have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's something about them probably focusing a bit more on resources and of winning. Like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I hope like I get a well retribution, you know, like a very generous retribution. Like I think that they are doing it because of money as well. Like they really want to see their efforts paid off. I think that they are probably in a time where, you know, yeah, it's like if we give something, if we do something, we want to see it paid off. We want to see results. We want to see, you know, we want to see growth. It's like I'm in this period of my life where I cannot like waste time. Like I want to get a retribution. Like probably they are very worried about like, okay. And also with the Ace of Pentacles, maybe if they have to get together again, or if they have to keep working again, there's something about them sort of balancing like, okay, I have another jobs, you know, I have another activity, so I will choose the one that actually is much more stable or gives me a better outcome, or you know, material gain. So yeah, they're much more about that. But yeah, definitely they're very passionate. They have the passion, they have the, you know, the attitude. Is not like they are like, oh, like I don't want to do this, you know. No, they are artists, but probably, you know, their projects are getting in the way, their individuality are also getting in the way. So I don't know. It feels like, okay, yeah, we tried it. Yeah, this was fun. I love that we're having these flashbacks. but I don't know when we'll see each other again. Like I'm adjusting because I have the agenda, my schedule is full, or I have another, so maybe it's not all of them, but probably there's one that is like, guys, I cannot make it because I have another business, or I have this that is important to me. So yeah, I know I said I would participate, but I cannot. So, but there's no hard feelings, nor like, oh my God, like, no, they're in a period in their lives where they are just appreciating every opportunity. So for them, this is great. This is what they wanted to do. They sign up for this, but it's like in the future, I will confirm if I'm free to do this, because they probably are busy, or they have another businesses as well. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for ITZY Yuna. I believe she's the magnet, right? ITZY Yuna. Yeah, she also got the four of wands in reverse. We start with the four of wands in reverse, page of wands, ace of cups, seven of pentacles, knight of swords. So yeah, I feel that Yuna definitely, she also comes from maybe also having these instances where she tries to remain hopeful, even though there are some times where she's not that happy, like she's not that content doing what she has to do. Like it seems like she is a very brave girl. Like I feel like she's very courageous. At the same time, there's something about her, sort of like wishing for the best, and this is very Sagittarius actually. She's like, okay, I'm going to focus on what I can do, or I'm going to focus on, the possibility of a new beginning. I have the Ace of Cups in here. So does anyone know if it is going to have a comeback soon? Because I sort of see with the Ace of Cups, an artistic project or the beginning of an artistic project. So I see her like even though she can have moments where she's like, okay, I really don't want to do this because I don't feel the joy. Like, and I feel like she has the support of others. It's not like she feels isolated or she feels like alienated and she's like, okay, I feel like so weird. No, but I believe that she's the magnet, right? Because with the Page of Wands, there's something about her being very courageous and trying to stay optimistic, but probably her energy in comparison to the other girls, there's something about her being told all the time that she's the youngest. So somehow she has to navigate through this of being the youngest. And it's not, I think that sometimes it gets on her nerves, sometimes how people are, like very dismissive of her. It's like, no, like let us handle this. Like then, just stay here, we will fix this, and yeah, we will let you know. But there's a new project for her. There's something new, there's a new beginning that she's like, she's really like very excited about it. It's very emotional. It's a very expansive opportunity. So I wonder if ITZY is going to have a comeback, or if this is something for her. Maybe it's something for her. But then, yeah, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So, I mean, if this is a project, or if this is like yeah, Yeah, these two cards jump out. The two of cups and the five of wands in reverse. So if this is a comeback, or if this is the possibility of her doing something on her own and giving birth, like, giving birth um, to a new project, there could be delays. There could be delays. There could be someone spoiling the moment. There could be discussions, like actually them not. It's not about them not getting along, but probably there's a sense of them not, like, there's a lot of competitiveness, and there's a lot of frustration, like a lot of things not being said, and when they come out, it doesn't come out right. It comes out, maybe very angrily, or they have, like this tone, that. But I don't know if it's about the group. I believe that it has to do probably with managers or other people, because I read for ITZY, and I noticed that there's a lot of pressure on this course. There's a lot of criticism, and a lot of harsh words being said to them. Like, like, okay, like, let's go, let's do this, like, do it faster, do it better, like people being very authoritative over them, and I think that she's like, okay, like, be patient with me, like, I just started. But yeah, I see them then not getting to an agreement, and probably, yeah, probably there could be some discussions. There could be. I only know MX is going to have a comeback in January. Maybe ITZY comeback is after it. Yeah. She also is a bit impatient, because she's like trying to remain hopeful in times where there's a lot of wars. There's a lot of like competitiveness. There's a lot of people are not happy in there. Yeah, here it says reveal. So yeah, I think that there's something about, maybe about her or about the group, that is going to be revealed very soon. That probably it has to do maybe with the future of the group, but there's something actually, like, I think that maybe people with time are going to sort of gain more information about, and understand why the girls are behaving the way they are behaving, or why, when it comes to performances, or maybe, people being very critical of them, or being very impatient. I sense that also the audience is very impatient with the girls. There's something about them just not having the patience, being like, okay, like, when are you going to have your comeback? Like, we are waiting. Like, and she's like, it's not up to me. If it was up to me, I would be working already, but it's not that simple. So yeah, with the card of reveal, probably, you will hear some information about, why the girls have this. And when I say information, it's not about random people in the internet just creating theories about it. It could be like records or something like that, being like, okay, this is happening with the group, this is happening with the members. So yeah, because like I sense that also maybe the public is also putting a lot of effort and expectations on the group, and actually the girls feel very pressured, and they maybe don't feel ready. I don't know what is it with this jumping. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I don't know what is it with this jumping card, but see, they got also the five. I was talking. I don't want to say that these cards are for them, but since I was talking about them and I got these cards, the five, the Five of Pentacles and the Magician. Is like the girls don't have much resources. They are just very good at adapting and just working, going with the flow, but there's not much for them. So, it's like, I don't know if maybe the audience is getting very frustrated with certain members and blaming certain members and sort of putting the frustration to them, that they are like the visible face, the identity of the group, and actually, is something that maybe has to do with higher ups and not. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for this member, for Kepler Mashiro. I don't know, it's the first time I'm reading for her. I don't know her. I know she's a Sagittarius, I believe. Okay. For Kepler Mashiro, she got the Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Fool, Four of Swords, and Ace of Swords. Definitely this member, she makes me laugh because there's something about her being a very independent. Like it feels like she's very detached. Like I wonder if she has Aquarius energy, because she seems very detached from whatever is going on. Like there's something about her being like, yeah, maybe the world is ending, or maybe there's some things on fire, and she's like, oh, my life is so beautiful. Like, I have these dreams and aspirations, and she's a dreamer, but she tends to evade a bit of responsibilities, because we have the Fool in the middle of the reading. So since this is my first time reading for her, I'm sort of getting a bit of her energy, like maybe her personality. But it's funny. It's really funny. She's really funny. It's like she doesn't care. If there's drama, she doesn't care. She's in another zone. She doesn't care. Yeah, then and she got from the oracle the card of attention. So see, probably she is someone that gets distracted very easily from what's going on with the group. And when I say this, I don't think that it has to do with not paying attention when she performs. I think that it's about the way she views the experience of being in the group. She got the card of attention, so yeah, there's something about the cards being like, watch out. Like she has the Fool in the middle, so it's like, watch where you're going, like watch where you're stepping, like watch it, observe it. And she's like, no, 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 no. I have faith. I'm going to do well. I'm hopeful, I believe, she has that mentality of going with the flow, adapting to whatever comes up, and she's open to receive it, so I think that probably for her being part of this group, because we have the Ace of Pentacles, we start with the Ace of Pentacles and the Lover. So there's something about that for her being chosen to be part of this group. Maybe for her, this was like a whole change in her life, in the sense that probably she was, before this, she was sort of like, she didn't have a stability in her career. Maybe, I don't know if she was part of another group. I don't know if she worked with another company, but there's something about her not being able to experience the stability until she got in here in Kepler. I don't know much about Kepler, guys, so if I'm mistaken on something or about, how they started and everything, please like share what you know. I would want to learn about them. But yeah, I think that there's a bit of, it's not that she's naive, but I think that she has this mentality of adapting to whatever situation comes up, because she's grateful about the situations. And this is why I don't think that she's an amateur. I think that actually she knows the business very well. And this is why she doesn't want to get that worried or get too like, get overthinking and get like this obsessive about results. because she's like, you know, I could be worse, but actually I'm here and I'm okay. So there's something about her being a believer. I don't know why I get this vibe. But yeah, then we have the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So could you know that the Four of Swords is a hiatus card for me? Could her of the group go into a hiatus soon? Like, I don't know, maybe they are, and I don't know. But I don't know why. I feel like, well, probably it's not. She's because she has the Fool in the middle, so I sort of see her willing going to. If there's going to be a hiatus, she's sort of like ready for it. She's not desperate. She's not. And also with the Ace of Swords, is like there could be a new beginning for her. Like, okay, a hiatus, but then she can, I don't know, sign a contract or start working for someone else. I don't know, a personal activity, because I don't see her, I see her like maybe going through a hiatus, but yeah, then she has like the Ace of Swords, and I pulled to clarify, and I got the Star card. So there's something about this, and she knows it. This is why she gets the Fool, that she knows that it's all about timing, and probably she's waiting for another chance or another deal or a new contract. Like, could this, because I see Swords and I'm like, it could be papers, you know, like signing contracts, like starting all over. But because then, you know, like I said, she got the card of attention. So definitely, I think that maybe people take her for granted because they are like, oh, you are so, your head is in the clouds all the time. You are not paying attention. Watch where you're going. And actually, she is paying attention. And she knows that something is coming. It's just that she's like, okay, if I have to go to a hiatus, I will go, and then I will come back with a new opportunity. Oh, the group is not a permanent group. Ah, okay. There are rumors she will join Lamplight after her contract is up, since she's from the same company and Lamplight always said they will add members. When is the contract up? Is it next year? Ah, June next year. Yeah, I could see it for her. Okay, I'm going to be pulling cards for another Sagittarius. I know that Onew it's on hiatus, but I'm just going to pull 3 cards to see how he's doing energetically, and that's it. The Page of Wands came out a lot today. Hola, Meli. Okay, for Onew, we have King of Swords, Page of Wands, and Four of Swords. And then from the Oracle of the Chakras, he got the card of discouragement or feeling discouraged. I have the perception, because I see him like this King of Swords. I have the perception that he wants to get back to work. Like he wants to, because he had the sword, the swords, that for me is like the hiatus card, but he, in the middle, he has the Page of Wands. So there's something about him probably wanting the hiatus period to be over. He probably is like, in this keen attitude, very stable, very sharp, having conversations, initiating conversations, and being like, I want to come back. Like, I'm ready. I have mastered my mind, I'm okay. I'm awake. I'm connected with everything that is going on. I'm paying attention. But I feel like probably they don't want him to come back yet. They don't want him to come back yet. And he feels a bit frustrated about it because we have the card of discouragement. So see, it's like he really feels discouraged. It's like, I'm ready. I can come back. I'm ready. But probably, the hiatus being a bit longer. But yeah, he's okay. Mentally, he's okay. He's very much connected to his situation, to what's going on. And it's like he has his ideas very, like, I don't know why I get that. Maybe in the past, he wasn't very clear about what he was thinking or what he was saying. There was something about him not being very coherent or not making sense about what he was expressing. So this caused a bit of worry, like, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on with you? But maybe it has to do with him also. Like, we know that he's doing this. I believe he's this yoga master or something like that. So he has like a new, more agile perception, and also he probably has his mindset a bit more clear, and probably he sounds very much like very spiritual. So it sort of freaks people out because, I'm sorry, I'm back, guys. You sort of don't expect an idol to talk like this, or maybe in the past he didn't talk like this, and now he's very opinionated, and now he talks a lot, and now he expresses himself, and he's sort of in charge. There's something about him becoming, like, I know he's the leader, but there's something about him becoming more assertive, and sort of it's like, okay, being very straight up and being very honest, and say things to people's face, and maybe they find this a bit problematic. So they are like, you better stay in hiatus yet. It's like, it's like a way of domination, wanting to dominate, because he got this card that, if you notice the colors, these colors represent the third eye chakra, chakra of here. This is why it's purple on the borders. And it says discouragement. So see, it seems like he's like a much more spiritually evolved, or he's somehow more connected to his spirituality. And there's something about him sort of speaking up his truth, the truth about certain situations, maybe the truth about how he feels about certain aspects of the industry, and them not being sure that they want him to address these things. Them being like, okay, we don't talk about it, or we don't say these things. So probably they want to get him in there, but he's okay. He's okay. He's not. It's not like he's in prison, but yeah, wait. You will have to wait a bit more to have him come back. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for the friendship between P1 Harmony Keeho and the boys Kevin. Okay. From Keeho's side, we have the World and the Eight of Pentacles. And from Kevin's side, we have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. A lot of pentacles in here. And also for the relationship as an overall, or the friendship, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers. So I think that from Keeho's perspective, he's really trying really hard to connect with, maybe with Canadians, or just, I would say foreigners, but there's something about Keeho being a sort of worldwide mentality. Like he has the mentality of someone who had experienced a lot of different cultures. So he feels very comfortable with people, and he wants to work with people that probably have the same experience as him. So there's something about him with Kevin. With Kevin, he sees the potential to work on something in the future. Because here with the Eight of Pentacles, definitely I can see like a sort of business relationship. Like the guy is like, okay, I'm going to be patient. Like, yeah, we can see each other, we can reunite and talk about details, or talk about how we're going to do this. I'm going to wait. They probably like have seen each other from touring or from being in an overseas, and they had sort of seen each other there. But he definitely wants to get closer to Kevin. There's something about him wanting to put the effort. Like, like it's not like he takes this connection for granted. It's like, if I still have to work or put the effort to see Kevin more, or to hang out with Kevin more, or so we can meet and actually turn into reality some dreams that we have. It sounds like collaboration. It sounds like work, because they got a lot of pentacles. Also from Kevin's side, we have the Eight of Cups and the ten of Pentacles. So for him, yeah, because I believe that also Kevin with the Eight of Cups, he's sort of like also walking away from a lot of past deceptions. Kevin is someone that also, he believes in hard work, but he also believes that he doesn't want to go to places where he's not appreciated. So he's also looking for connection with idols that really can get where he comes from. He is a guy with the Eight of Cups that I believe that there's something about him. Probably from time to time, he wants to leave the industry, or he wants to leave behind his idol life. It seems like emotionally he had felt out of place and really not wanting to go on. Probably he had, maybe at the beginning of his career, he had this, like, I want to get away from this. Like, I want to grab my things and I want to go back home. Because I don't think that it's about the group. Maybe it's about the society in general, that he's like, I don't feel at home. I don't know where home is, but I feel like in here, I don't have a stability, and even though Kevin is a Pisces, but he has Moon in Capricorn. So there's something about him, like him realizing, also with the Pentacles, him realizing that, yeah, this is for work. I stay because, this is a job. So yeah, I have to stay professional. But at the same time, he's like, I also have to be honest to myself, and I have to sort of have an emotional gratification, because I cannot just be here just to get paid and just like live off appearances, and live off, okay, people think that I'm successful and actually I'm so unhappy. So I think that definitely there could be a stability with Keeho. Like they could work on something together. Definitely he's willing to, and I see Kevin also like being like, not introducing, but I could see like Kevin being like, okay, I'm going to hang out with this group, so come with us. Like, I want you to come with us. I know these guys. I know, maybe it could be another idol. Like, I know this group. Come hang out with us. Like, come, and I don't know why. Maybe that the Canadians idols are working on something, are building their own business on something, because I see money here. Like, I don't know. I see investment, like definitely, and I think that they both have this in common, that they are very patient. So they are like, okay, even if we start now, like I believe that this can pay off eventually. So yeah, let's put the effort and just wait. Um, but yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers, now there's something about them wanting financial independency. There's something about them wanting to be financial independent. I'm sorry. So I don't know if they are thinking about having like starting their own business, but they have to decide. Okay, because probably they have a lot of propositions, or they have like different businesses that they are like, okay, we should invest in this. But I believe that it all has to do, either it's a collaboration, or it could it be like having their own company, the Hierophant. Definitely, it's very interesting. It's very interesting, these two. Like they are not, it's not, I see them putting the effort. Like, I don't think that it's ideas. Because they want to focus on individual activities. They want to be of value individually. So maybe they're also working on their own individual skills, like to show themselves, to show their faces, and like, like I'm fluent in English, like I know English and I know Korean. So, and probably they know also, they have like knowledge in other areas. So they're like, we should promote that we are much more than an idol that sings and dances. We actually are, like I mentioned, like I said about Keeho, he is worldwide. He has the knowledge, he has the experience, he has the charisma, he has the adaptability. So there's something about him, like sort of like taking advantage of this, that it's available, that he is worldwide. Like, take advantage of this. Yeah, love. They got the card of love. So I think that, yeah, definitely when I was thinking about Kevin got so I think that for them it's about connecting with the love of what they do. They definitely want to invest into doing something, like not talking about their group. No, it's more about them sort of like getting into an agreement about, like, okay, I have this project that I really love and I will want to see it come true. And probably the other one being like, I also have this ideal, or I also have this dream, this aspiration. Because I have to be honest with myself. If I don't love what I do, I cannot do it for so long. So there's something about them, and also them loving, like them loving good results. Probably these are guys that it's not about the material things, but they just want to see, like, a very consistent growing in what they do, in what they invest on. And there's something maybe about the groups that they are in, that probably the success is there, the popularity is there, but it's never stable. It's like one comeback you can do great, and the other one is like, so it's like they don't want to depend just on the group. They want to shine themselves. And maybe in this, they have this in common. Melly, I have read for Jimin, and I'm not planning on reading for him again because he's about to enlist. So I don't read for members that are enlisting. But I have read for BTS when they come back as a group, and I have pulled cards for Jimin in his possible future in the military. I don't see something about an album. But yeah, I can pull a card to see if there's a possibility of when he comes back, if he will have an album. Oh, they have a documentary coming out this month. Oh, who? Jimin? I want to watch it. Like, Jimin is so curious. Like, every time I read for Jimin, it's like I want to know about Jimin because Jimin is a mystery. BTS on Disney. Okay. Thank you. Okay. If Jimin is going to have an album, like his next album after he comes back, and he has the Hierophant, very Jimin, Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is what I always, it's not that I always get it, but there's something about when I read for Jimin that I believe that Jimin, energetically, I don't claim I know these people, but there's something about Jimin, and also I feel the hermit. Jimin's processes are very slow. It takes time for him to recover from certain situations. And I believe that this is why when he leaves the enlistment, when he comes back of the enlistment, he could go hermit. Like, he could go hermit mode. Like, I don't see him working on something right away. Because with the hermit, I see him like going back to his cave, Like, I need to be by myself. Like, I don't want my pictures taken. I don't want to go on interviews. Like, I'm sure that probably they already, just like someone mentioned that there's a documentary, I'm sure they already have some content saved, some content already recorded. But when it comes to actualizations or updates on Jimin on 2025 after he comes back, I see him like being a hermit mode and him being a mystery for a while until he comes back. Then we have the Queen of Swords. So I see him like eventually coming out and definitely like showing himself, probably talking to the fans, sending some messages here and there, like, so the fans will not worry that he's okay, that he's alive. But it's going to take a while. Probably for me to see him in this next album being a reality, is going to take a while. Possibly while he is in the hermit mode, since we have the Queen of Swords, there could be a moment for him to start writing. He could start writing his the possibility for him to have an album, and him becoming very serious about writing everything down, everything that he feels, everything that he goes through, sort of taking this time to write. I see him very connected to writing, but we have to respect his, moment for reflection, his moment for introspection, his moment to be by himself, like very connected with him, with his intimacy. So yeah, it's not going to be right away, but he's going to be okay. Okay, guys, I'm done with the list that I had. Oh, I believe user 13 wanted me to pull cards from Bambam, so I'm going to pull cards for Bambam. I just remembered. It just came into my mind. I knew I had to write it down, but I forgot. So it's going to be for Bambam. I'll take pull card for him. This four of wands keeps, and I did arrange it, and it came in reverse again. Wheel of Fortune for Bambam, Ace of Cups, Four of Wands in reverse in the middle, Three of Cups, Seven of Swords. Again, the same feeling that I get when I read for him a few months ago. The same feeling I get for him. The same feeling. I mean, the guy is very happy. Honestly, like I believe that here we start with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups. So there's something about him. This year, definitely, he sort of was able to close a cycle and start one that had much more to do with him connecting with, like, okay, I want to be creative. Like, how do I create? I want to do something fun. I want to do something that I feel comfortable with. And maybe this, when we think about the Ace of Cups, is this openness, this emotional openness. And also him literally like opening the doors of his house to have these interviews. There's something about him being like, I'm happy. Like actually, I was able to connect with maybe like exposing a bit of myself when I have these guests over, and also like having these moments with them, talking also about myself and talking like being able to be a good listener as well, being able to be a good a good host, because it's not easy. And he was able to sort of like connect with a satisfaction that he's like, oh, I didn't know that I was going to enjoy this very much. Um, yeah, he had the card of detachment. So for with the Four of Wands in reverse, I believe that he definitely, because the Four of Wands, like I mentioned for other groups, there's something about them initially enjoying what the project that they created or what they started working on, but then eventually it's like, when the party is over and you are left with this sort of post party depression. Like there's something I like, oh, it's over already. Like, oh wow, like, oh, it's been that long. Like, yeah, the initial excitement is gone. I definitely think that maybe in the future for Bambam, he will continue to keep inviting other people, because with the Three of Cups, I literally see more drinking and see more closeness, and probably inviting friends and inviting other famous people. Um, and there's something about him sort of sticking to this format and him like, oh yeah, I think that I'm going to do this because like actually, like, he started, with his whole openness and being like, okay, whatever, let's begin with the Ace of Cups, and now he has Three of Cups. So also there's like, it's not just him opening the doors of his house and inviting others and being like, please be in my show. And with the Three of Cups, then having people asking to be on his show, or having people very influential, or people that maybe it's not that easy to get them in this kind of shows, being like, yeah, I want to be there. I want to show up. Like, I want to participate. Like, please invite me to your show. And him actually like being very good at it. But also with the Seven of Swords, and this is a feeling, I think that this is something that I said when I pulled cards for him a long time ago. Even though this format of interviews and the idol inviting other idols or producers or stars, it's fun, it's entertaining, the fans love it, they love Bambam. There could be moments where he will get the backlash, where I don't think that he will get backlash because of something that he says, but probably if something is missing in translation, or if something happens with a certain guest, or they say something that, maybe is not right, or or people get offended, he could get also involved in some kind of a scandal. So I would advise him to sort of review very well when you invite this guest over what you're going to talk about. It's not that it has to be scripted, but please review it before you release it to the internet, because there could be a bit of problems with him, or maybe him inviting people that maybe, they are not that good, or just the audience having an issue, and it can affect him. Maybe it's not about him directly doing something wrong, but since he is the host, is like, oh, but Bambam allowed this to happen. So he is his fault at the same time, you know? So he is working on a, you know, even though the format is great, and actually I think that it's becoming very popular, like people really want to be there. They love this format of idols just drinking and just having fun and just, you know, telling their own TMIs or their own history. But I would advise him to watch out. Or to be very selective about, you know, what is being said in like, be careful. And if you have to edit some parts, I know that Bambam is not watching my readings, but Bambam, if you're watching, please, like, be cautious. Some things the fans maybe are not ready to hear certain things, you know, or maybe they are like, oh yeah, we are okay with it. But once someone says something, it's like, oh, here comes the backlash. And yeah, with the kind of detachment, yeah, it's also, I think that also this sort of experience with this show is also teaching him to detach himself from criticism. You know, somehow that, yeah, if maybe some misunderstandings or some scandals can happen, that he needs to learn to let go. Like, unfortunately, there's something about him learning to deal with getting detached from, you know, this project that it feels very personal of him. He feels very invested in it. Actually, he feels very emotional about it. He's like, I'm growing, you know, and people are watching me, like they are watching what I do. And you know, he feels so proud. And this is a very happy moment for him. How he started, like, very humbling, you know, being very humble and being like, I want to do this show. And people liking it and people talking about it. You know, so he feels very grateful, but at the same time, he has to let go of the expectation of everyone liking it. You know, maybe there's going to be backlash. Or there could be a guest that maybe is not that. But yeah. Hey, Hope, how are you? I pull cards for Onew. I pull cards for him because I know that he's a Sagittarius, and I know he's still in Hayato. So, you know, if you want to watch it later, I didn't pull that much because, you know, I don't want to go to get that into his energy. But yeah, if you want to rewatch it, then I will put the timestamps. Hello. And then for Mino, I'm going to do one for the channel for him. Yeah, Onew was rumored to be at the award last night performing, and he wasn't. I rewatched his video and he was on award. Ah, okay. Yeah, I got that he's so, like, into the energy of, like, he really is ready to come back. But I see that he got the Four of Swords, so I think that they don't want to let him come back yet. But he has the whole energy, attitude, like the guy is ready. The guy is like, he wants to come back now. But I don't know what happened. They are not letting him. I mean, he's not happy about it. Oh, and hope you know that we are watching this Japanese drama. The one that it says, the title is so long. That is about the lady that is just she says, "It's not that I can't get married. I don't want to, or I don't marry." Um, you know what I did? I don't know in what episode you are, but I was on episode 4, and I fast forward and I and I went to the 10 episode. I went to the last episode. I went to the last episode. Hope like I can't. I can't like oh my. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to wait until you. I'm going to wait until you finish. Then we can discuss it. What show was this? Oh, it's a Japanese show that that is on Viki. That is called "It's Not That I Can't Marry or I Can't Get Married. I Don't Marry." That's the title. It's a Japanese drama, comedy drama. Yeah, it's long. But it's funny. It's funny because I sort of like I resonate with the concept because the protagonist is a 39 year old woman. So I'm 38. So I'm sort of navigating the same thing of being in the dating scene and you being almost 40, and like you cannot find the person, and also the society pressures you to get married young and have children, and it's not easy to sort of find the person for you at certain age. But it's not that it's not possible. It's just that there's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of judgment, criticism, you know. So yeah, it's tough being a female at this age. So the concept was very interesting, very nice. So yeah, guys, if you don't have any more questions, like I'm going to go because yeah, I've been here for 2 hours. So yeah, but I believe I pull cards for everyone. Answer, no, I don't answer personal questions on live stream. Are you going to do reading for William ITZY? Yes, he's in the list. Yeah. Yeah, he's in the list. Yeah, for William. Yeah, he's our Sagittarius. Sagittarius baby. Why are people so obsessed with Jay? They don't let him breathe. Poor guy. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for him. Only 3. He's working on something. Okay, J got, and hyphen J, the Sun, 8 of Pentacles, and the Justice. So, yeah, he's working on something. He's working on something. He's working on, like, maybe an individual activity. It's not about working. I wouldn't say like he's working. I would say he's sort of perfectioning himself. I would say like there's something about them like putting Jay in a lot of like, I don't know why I get that they put him in these sort of classes. They are like, oh, you have to go and work on that. Like, and I don't think that it's like a lesson, like a singing lesson. It's more like, oh, you have to work on this. I don't know if it's like about manners or I don't know, because with the justice here, you know, it feels like he's judged all the time. Like the guy can never win. Like there's something about them always being like, even when he shines, because with the sun card, definitely the guy is like he starts with this very hopeful attitude. You know, he knows that he draws a lot of attention, like he's very proud of himself. He's like, you know, I did well. I know I did well. Because, you know, he actually he's a guy that he's not that he doesn't doubt himself that much. Actually, his whole attitude is very open. Is very open to I would feel like he's very confident, like even like a bit, not too much, not too confident, but the guy is very positive. It's like he has like a good temper. He's like, okay, here I go, here I start this day. But then something happened with the justice. I don't know if maybe it's the higher ups that is like, okay, like no, you shouldn't be like this, you have to be like this, like I think that there's something about them being like, you know, in here we are all equals. In here, no one stands out. We are all equals. You know, here with the justice trying to bring balance. And he's like, but I work very hard to get to shine the way that I'm shining. So if I can see it, if the fans can see it, why can't you guys see it? So, yeah, and then he got the card of confusion from the oracle. So sometimes he feels confused about how I don't think that is the fans. I think that is the higher ups. There's something about him feeling like it's always me. Like you always point your fingers at me, or you always tell me that I have to work harder and keep working and keep practicing. Like and it seems like it's personal. It seems like, you know, when I think that I'm doing my best and that I'm shining and that I'm having fun and I'm sort of having this very fun attitude, there comes the criticism. So he's like, I'm confused, actually. You make me doubt myself. You make me doubt myself. You make me doubt myself. You make me doubt my value. Like people from the outside, they can see how much I am, how valuable I am. I feel it in me. I feel encouraged because people love me. But then it seems like he's like reprehended like a child, you know, like you go back to study. Something like this. Something like this. And it's like, you know, I'm trying to like take it personal, but I think that it's personal. I think that they just do it to me. Like, you know, and the poor guy feels very confused. It's very confused. Like it's a bit annoying, you know, how he has a very out. It's not about being outgoing. I think that the guy definitely he's very realistic about what, you know, the entertainment industry is about. It's not that he doesn't know it, But it's like, you guys don't want to see me happy. Like every time I'm happy, you're like, oh, you have to do this and this and this, and everything gets very boring and very. It seems like he cannot satisfy anyone. Like something is wrong. There has to be a flaw somewhere, and he's just getting a bit tired of it. He's like, yeah, sharing again, sharing. When I said that this guy reminded me of someone being like, in here we are all equals. Probably there's something about them wanting him to share his popularity with someone. Or he being like, in here we are a team. So if we all have to be popular, like share your charisma or your shining, share it with others. Like if you have a lot of fans or if you have a lot of supporters, like don't be selfish. Share it with others. Learn to share. There's something about them telling him that he's selfish because he shines. So it's like, a parent telling to a child, like, you have to share your toys with your brothers. Don't be like this. But for him, it's something that it's not about a material thing. It's more like, okay, we see that you're shining. Like, share your shining with others. Like, like don't you dare shining alone. And he's like, but there's nothing I can do if I shine. Like, it's not that I've been, thinking about it. It just happens. Oh no, poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, poor Jay. The Korean industry is so weird for him. It's like really? That's what you want me to work on? Like, oh. uh, yeah, yeah. You're welcome, Nancy. He's going to do okay because actually he's very funny. He's a hilarious guy. Whenever I read for Jay, there's something about him. Just he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's respectful. He respects authority. This is why when I said that he knows the industry, he knows that he has to, even though he doesn't agree with certain things, he's no fool. He knows that he's in a good company, that he has benefits. It's not like, oh, this is a hell. But sometimes they are so he's it's like if he's popular or if he's more outgoing, is something that he had integrated into himself, not by training, is by him being the way he is. So if some members are more popular than others, it's like, what does it have to do with me? Like, why do you ask me to share? Like, like it's weird. It's weird. Um, okay, guys, I'm going to go now. I hope that you have a great Saturday. Thank you so much for being here, for showing up here and being here with me. I'm actually here is very hot. Like I'm not very comfortable here. This is why if you notice my face, I didn't work any makeup nor anything because it's really humid and hot in here. I'm in Argentina, so in here we are not yet in summer, but it's so humid. Like it's very high temperatures already, so it's annoying. But yeah, so if you are in the part of the world where you are enjoying winter, enjoy winter for me, please, because I miss winter. I'm a winter person. I love winter and I hate summer because summer in the city is no fun. I don't have a beach nearby here. I live in a place where there's only buildings. So yeah, guys. So thank you so much for joining. And yes, I'll see you during the week. I will be posting more readings for the Sagittarius idols. And also, I'm going to do put a post because I will probably start working on the 2024 readings for the groups. So I know you all have your favorite groups. I know there's people that are like, okay, we want you to do a 2024 for this and this group. But I'm going to create the post so you can leave your favorite groups in the comment section, please, so I don't forget about your group. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you. Bye.